Alright, big day today. Watch this. Just like that. Turn it on with a click of my fingers. Kind of dramatic, right? Anyways, today is a bit of a big day. Taking the trailer in, and I'll reveal that probably tomorrow. Tomorrow is another big day, but it's going to take a day to do this job, so let's get going on the day. It's raining. Okay, dropped the kid off to school, have the trailer in the back, no horses. I'm just looking up the location I need to get to, and super rainy right now. It's coming down in, there's hail coming down. It's terrible weather, but it was actually sunny briefly. Felt like we were in the middle of the storm, sort of thing. Anyhow, off to go get something for the trailer. I think it's exciting. The reason I think it's exciting is because it's something I've never seen. I've never seen out on a horse trailer. I've seen the same sort of idea on other vehicles. I've never seen this on a horse trailer. So, pretty exciting. The reveal will be tomorrow. On that note, makes it a little bit more exciting. Tomorrow's actually my birthday, so you know, it's a little birthday gift for me. Now we're just gonna figure out where we're going, and then I can start driving there. So just taking a look at the map, we are headed right there, somewhere in there. So that's where we're going. Okay, I will be back. Let's go. To the north, clouds. Deep, dark clouds. To the south, kind of a nice sunny day. Sort of. Alright. Continuing on. Alright, we've arrived. Gotta head to the front door, find out where to put this thing. Let's go to it. Okay, trailer's dropped off. See, no trailer back there. Heading back. Get some horsey stuff done. And we're back. Okay, got about 2 zillion things to do. Get the dog out. Zeus. So let's get on with those things, and at least the rain stopped. So let's go. All right, moving on to the next thing of my bazillion things to do. Sun's come out. It's looking pretty nice. Zeus is here. Zeus. Busy guy chasing mice and stuff. Now, we're going to discuss thrush. Thrush is a terribly destructive thing that destroys frogs of horses' hooves. If you're finding this video, you probably already know this, and you're kind of wondering how you might deal with it, what you can do. So I'm going to give you another option out of the zillions of options that are out there on the internet. This isn't the silver bullet, but it can be. It can work. It's been proven to work. It does work. I've seen it work. So what we're going to do, and in this case, I sort of want to show a product called Thrush Off. Thrush Off is a farrier's best friend. Promotes the healing of damaged tissue. It's natural and safe, so they say, and well used. You see it all over the place. I don't know if you're watching this from another country, if you've got it or not. We do here in Canada, but I'm going to show you on one of the horses here. So the technique that I use in some cases, not in all cases, but in this case when I use the Thrush Off, what I do, the concepts are always the same. We're always thinking about cleaning, trimming if need be. In fact, when I talk to my vet about it, he says the primary thing that he does is make sure to trim for healing. So I agree with that. And then we can also do a lot of cleaning and hopefully slowing down all of that stuff that's sort of eating away at the frog and eating away at the good tissue, so that it can continue to grow and grow in. So I've got here Betadine. I think I've mentioned this in another video. I know I've covered thrush in the past, and I'll probably search out that link and link it below. I use Betadine a lot. I have bottles of this stuff. Don't ever buy this stuff at a tack. I mean, if you own a tack store, I apologize, but you guys mark this stuff up way too much. You can buy it at a pharmacy for 10 bucks for a whole bottle. I don't think the price is even on this one anymore, but 10 bucks. You buy it, usually the tack stores I see sell them for 40 bucks. So for just this bottle, I mean, it's not an expensive item. It's Betadine. Betadine is a what's referred to as a surgical wash. Just cleans things up. As you see here, it says 1% available iodine. Kills germs, which is essentially what we're trying to do in the frog. Thrushy frogs are stinky, but ones that had thrush and that are healing, they don't smell anymore, but they might still show the damage. So we're going to look at that. I've got one that doesn't really smell anymore, but you can see that we still should try to keep on maintaining, keeping it clean, and putting in our Thrush Off. So another tool that I have in my toolbox is called a squeeze bottle. Ketchup, mustard, whatever, these things, they just sell them in the dollar store if you don't have a dollar store in your country. Whatever you want to call it. In Japan, I lived there for a while. There's a 100 yen store, so they got to be everywhere. Anyways, you just buy these things for $1. Fill them up with water. You can use some bleach as well. You can fill these in with a bit of bleach, but essentially all we're going to be doing is using it to wash. What I'm going to do here is show you kind of how much Betadine I put in, which isn't much. We're really, it can really be watered down quite a bit. So we're going to do that. So take the top off. And then we just take our Betadine and place it in. And I'm kind of looking for a pretty dark consistency. You know, you can still see through it. It's not like this, which is completely opaque, but you're kind of looking for a dark tea in a way. At least this is my opinion. And because it's just my opinion, it's not necessarily going to be the only opinion you should search out. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to leave it at that. Put the cap back on and shake it up a little, although it'll shake by itself. So So something like that. I don't know if that's sort of obvious. Something like that. There you go. I'm going to use this to wash what I can't sort of easily get out with my hoof pick here. And so let's go do that. Okay, down with the horse here, and I'm going to take a look at this foot. Just ask her nicely. Now, it's a little packed in with some stuff, so I'm just going to try to do this sort of two-handed. Hopefully she'll comply. A lot of thrush sort of forms in this middle area here. You'll rarely have to deal with it in the sides and the collateral grooves. The collateral grooves of the hoof. It's mainly in that central, what's called the central sulcus. And so we're going to ask her again for her foot. Come on. Okay, so we can see in the middle here, I'll push this away a bit, this here is pretty split. And that is the best indication of thrush you could ever have outside of the smell. Now, we'll also take a look from above, and she's still got some old stuff on here, but you can see that her bulbs are splitting in what is usually referred to as the butt crack. So if you get the butt crack in the hooves, you can probably guess that there's a little bit more damage on the inside there. So what we'll try to do here is hold her at the same time. And I really want to try to clean out in here as best as possible. And open it up and take a look inside. And I don't know if that's too obvious there, but you can sort of see how it gets a little whiter in there. And if you poke a little bit too much and you kind of get in there too much, it can hurt. They'll be quite sensitive, especially if it's been that way for a while. This one is a good indication that it's been there for a while. It's not something that's just recent, it's just happened. It takes a while for these things to kind of happen. That's okay. We're being as proactive as possible. These hoofs get treated all the time. It doesn't smell anymore, which is really nice. It just needs to heal up from the inside, which takes a while. Totally normal, but we are being as proactive as possible to keep things clean. So we'll try again. Ask her for her foot. She says no problem. Now, once you get it kind of clean, you can take your Betadine Wash and just sort of wash that out a bit. Now, I've only got one hand. I'm going to try to clean off my pick end. I'm just using my pants. But I'm just going to again try to just see, she's quite sensitive. So I'm going to be very careful about this. She'll pull her foot away. And I'm just taking a look inside to see if it is healing up, if it's getting any better. I think it is. But I can really split it apart there. Sooner or later this frog here will shed itself off. I'm just going to continue to give that a bit of a wash. What you don't want to do is really squirt it in there a lot, or you'll end up sort of pushing stuff in. But I'm just making sure she's clean. Looks pretty clean. We'll take our thrush off. We don't need a lot of it. This stuff costs a lot of money. So we're just going to put it in. Oop, ask her to stay with me. If you use a lot of it, you'll end up spending a lot of money. I think they're about 12, 15 bucks a bottle. And you can see it's already sort of dripping down the hoof. That's waste. But I'm just going to try to get it to edge in there. Right? And then at the end, you should have something that looks a little like that. Let it sit for a second so it can kind of gravity fall into the crack a little. And then I'll put her foot down gently. And that is, whoa, come back, camera. That is the very basics of, see, Zeus thinks I'm trimming. Not trimming, buddy. We're just doing thrush stuff. very basics of dealing with thrush. And this doesn't have to be an everyday thing. It can be an every couple days thing, every few days thing, as long as you're keeping it as clean as you can. It also will depend on the environment a little bit. If you've got a very dirty environment, if they're standing in their own poop and pee and things like that, then you're going to have a little bit more trouble keeping things to where nothing weird is growing in there. But hopefully that's just a decent example of how quickly you can kind of get into a foot, clean it out a little betadine, a little Thrush Off, and just help kill off what is in there, so that the frog can heal. And when the frog heals up, it'll grow in nice and thick and solid and strong, and they'll be happier again, because thrush kind of bugs them, and it can lead to all kinds of other problems in the hoof itself. So, there you go, 5 minutes if that. You could probably do all 4 feet if they were all bothering the horse, if they were all wrecked, but it doesn't take long, maybe a minute per hoof. Just take your time and be careful. So hopefully that's helped somebody. I'm going to go check out the boys here. They're all playing. And I'll see you guys again soon.